Hey you guys, what's up? This Nitra. I'm back for the review of Preachers of Atlanta, Season 1, Episode 3. I just finished watching. It's not going to be a long review. Anyway, the show starts off with Kimberly Jones' mother and son inside the church playing music. And she comes in and she really wants him to step up and be her minister of music. He's not really all the way forward. It's not really his thing at the time. He's trying to find his way, and she's letting him know that the time is now, and he needs to step up. And he's asking her to give him a little bit of time to, I guess, get his bearings together, his thoughts together, to really do it on his own instead of kind of being force-fed into it. Also in this episode, we see where Leandria wants to go out and minister to the prostitutes, whereas she has an outreach program, Our Progress, I think that's the name, where she wants to dress up. She says if she wears long skirts or long dresses, that the ladies would not hear her out, but if she dressed like a prostitute, she would be better received. She has a road manager and another friend come by, and they discuss it, and her husband Forrest was kind of skeptical of her dressing like a prostitute, but end up saying he will be there. Also, we saw with them that he's waiting, I guess, on the results of the paternity test, I'm assuming. And, basically, that's pretty much where that left off, where I first seen it. We did see her go out, and she was dressed like a prostitute or a streetwalker, and she didn't find any prostitutes, but she came upon a man that had cancer. He was homeless. Ultimately, they had coffee, and they put him up in a room for a night. They prayed for the guy and all of that on the sidewalk. And back to Kimberly Jones, where we saw where they were having family meetings and talking about music, where her kids are not really involved in the church or have no interest to be, and she really wants them to do it. And you could just see it's pretty much a bit of tug and war. And basically her son, they had service. He sang, she was happy, he sung. As you all would know, this show literally makes me sick because it's full of lies and deceit, so I'm just trying to get through it. We also saw that the guy that Leandra helped came to her church, gave his testimony, and, all of that. Also in this episode, we saw where Corey, his wife Corey, and their daughter Mariah had lunch, where she revealed that she was dating this guy, Brandon, who was 28 years old, and she's currently 19. She might be 20 now. They were appalled. They thought she was just in school. She's going to save herself and all of that. And she basically let them know she was in love with the guy. They wasn't ready for that. The mom revealed she had her young, so she had concerns. And, of course, Corey being the stepdad, no dad will want to hear about their kids dating, but in reality, that is what happens. We've all been young. We've all made mistakes. And she basically lied to them, saying that she was not sexually active with this young man. We saw where Corey sat down with Brandon, and he was just very abrasive with the young man, the gentleman, I would say, asking him all types of questions. And the young man, Brandon, was very bold in saying he liked her and her body. I think that was a little way out there. I think he could have been a little more tactful, but, new generations have a way of doing things, but respect doesn't cost a thing. I would say that for him as well as Corey, because Corey could have used better language other than bro and tread lightly. And the guy even asked him, was that a threat? And, if you read between the lines, to me, I would have felt it was a threat. Eventually, he revealed that he and Mariah had been sexually active. There wasn't a shot because even at the lunch prior to this meeting, you can tell she was lying, but she was scared more to me of letting her parents down. I think they should have done it off camera. I don't believe in shaming your kids. I believe if you have to do anything as far as discipline and correctness, and you do have to, it's a way to go about it without having them all on camera and, publicly saying it. I think based on them coming on the show that if they didn't reveal who the guy was, he probably would have went to blogs or media and put it out there, and they would have tried to do PR stunts and clean it up. But hey, it is what it is. We see where Corey revealed the information to his wife, and of course the mom is upset, and she don't want her to follow in the same footsteps. And I would say again, I think it should have been a private conversation among the mom and her biological dad, because Corey is the stepdad. And eventually they had dinner again, invited the dad, and they were talking where they just went on and told him how that Mariah lied. The guy said they were sexually active and this, that, and the other. She's crying. And I'm like, well, you were bold enough to lie. Be bold enough to handle the truth. I mean, but I don't, once again, I wouldn't put my kid on camera to discuss these things. Because it is a sensitive situation. It is one that is uncomfortable, but I would say everyone has done things or said things and been young, and it's just a way of handling it rather than to put all your business out there. I can't stand it. Some things are not meant for everyone to see. And of course, they are disappointed. So pretty much that's where the show went off for me. Yeah, and the people that I know review the show, check them out. It will be my sis, Truth Seeker 5000, my sis V Nix, I think the Ghetto View, Much Love from KY, my brother Mike B, my brother Marcus Williams. I'm not sure if my sister Got You Girl 1 is doing it. Check her out. I'm going to try to hang in. But the truth of the matter is, the lies and the deceit and the foolishness that lies within these shows. Like I told you, to me, it's a theme for each season. Like the Pastors of LA, the Mansion thing, the Pastors of Detroit, pushing the boundaries. Now we have these who want to talk about they going outside the traditional church, and I'm so sick of hearing that, because the word of God is going to stand now and forevermore. No matter what you do, you can't add and take away, and that's what gets me when people say they have to dress like prostitutes. And I mean, what? I've seen people put on regular clothes and minister to people, drug addicts, crackheads, thieves, all type of people, drunks. And I've never seen anyone having to change their appearance to speak if they are truly called to speak and are anointed to speak. You can't let everyone pray for you. You can't let everyone lay hands on you. You just can't. And this show is full of hypocrites and lies, false doctrine, false teaching. Because I would say once again, and I keep posing this question, have the 66 books changed? Not saying for the people who want to tell me man wrote the book. I'm talking about, have the 66 books changed? And I ask that for various reasons. When I hear, oh, you do this to attract that. Jesus walked the earth. Not one time did Jesus change to get anyone to hear the gospel, for him to spread the gospel. And yes, we know he spoke with sinners as well. And I would say he didn't conform to seem like He approved the lifestyle, whether they were drinking, gambling, con artists, swindlers, adulterers. So I'm trying to understand, where do we, as believers, as Christians, as saints, people of God, feel that that is necessary to attract people? I don't care if they're young, old, black, white, yellow, or green. It makes no sense. When the show comes on, the beat is just like I told you, for a lover of hip hop, or a reality show, or a rap show, or something. It does nothing for me. It doesn't move me. It doesn't sway me. It just makes me pray harder, speak to my children more, pray harder for them, and let them know the truth from the lies and the deceit. Because that's what it is. 1 week we handed out condoms, we handed out cigarettes. Where does that help? Yes, I understand about teaching young people, older people, about protecting yourself from diseases, STDs. But if I'm in a position and I'm called, I can't do both. I can't be sitting there passing people, kids, condoms, and then teaching against fornication. See, I've said this, and I'm going to continue to say this. God would never contradict his word. And as soon as people understand, God will never contradict his word, then maybe we can have some open dialogue. Because everything I've heard and I've seen other reviewers, I pose the same question and we all be looking the same. What? And I guess, like my sister True Seeker 5000 said, the community meeting with the police and the community mustn't go well because they didn't show any more of that. And I could tell Corey got heated in that moment and he was getting out of character and stuff. So